Welcome to A Millionaire State of Mind. I am your host, Jalila Tillman, hashtag your $1 million baby, and I'm so excited to talk all things millionaire. Every single Sunday, you're going to be able to join me right here at 7 p.m. and join me on my journey to become an actual millionaire. After all, becoming a millionaire is not just about the money. It's about a lifestyle. It's about income leverage. It's about who you network with and how you network with them. It's about a mindset. And most importantly, it's about a flexible lifestyle. So I can't wait for you to sit back, relax, and enjoy everything that we have in store for you today. So on this episode, we are going to talk about mindset. So we're going to have a little mindset chat. Then we're going to take it to the streets and see what the streets have to say about mindset. And after that, we're going to have an expert entrepreneur give us some amazing ways to channel your mindset so that you can focus better and boost your energy as well. And then, of course, we're going to have a millionaire tip of the week. So sit back, relax, and tune in because we've got an amazing show ready just for you. It's time for a little mindset chat. Your mind has to be in the right frame of mind so that you can excel at the highest levels. So you need to be able to block out all distractions, all of the noise, focus in, and really channel all of your energy, all of your thoughts, everything into your business. It's kind of like a football player. A football player has to say certain things to themselves. They have to amp themselves up, and they have to really have their head in the game. They don't have time to be distracted and worried about what's going on in the stands, what's going on at home, what's going on with the coaches, what's going on in everybody else's world. All they need to be able to do in order to get through the game so that they can function at the highest levels is focus in, tune out all of the distractions, and really get their head in the game. So that's what you need to do for your business. If you want to become a millionaire and take your business to the next level, you've got to start putting together some healthy habits, some systems, some things that you can do every single day so that you can get your mind under control. It's all about your mindset. So now that we've talked about what a mindset actually is and how you need to make sure that you have your head in the game, it's time to take it to the streets and see what the streets have to say about mindsets. Do you have daily rituals?
Daily rituals, no. I'm a preacher by nature, so my day is pretty much the same. Unless there's something happening going on to where it changes.
So you do you have a 9-to-5 job?
Yes.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about how your day usually goes. Like, you don't have to tell us when you brush your teeth, but you know what I mean.
It's a wake up, rushing type day. Every day almost. It's work. It's pretty much a smooth sailing from there. Often, like, depending, because I'm an accountant, so
Right.
I stay late, all types of things like that.
Accounting life.
Yeah.
Especially around tax season.
Exactly.
Right.
And after that, unless I have something.
Okay. So what types of things do you do to get your mind right when you need to focus?
Music.
Okay. What kind of music do you listen to? Like, what helps you soothe your mind and get your mind head back in the game? We're talking football jargon. Everybody can understand that.
So, well, I'm eclectic, so I like a lot of different types of music. However, I pretty much stick to when I'm trying to really get on, it's probably like
Okay, cool.
some gospel, depending on the type of day. I gotta get
Jesus in. Totally understand that. So what happens when you're feeling tired? What types of things do you usually do to kind of boost your energy?
Sleep. That's the first thing I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, sleep is vital to our success, right?
Yeah.
What other types of things do you do?
Maybe a 5 hour, depending upon
5 hour energy drink.
Yeah.
We don't like those. Those are not good for you. Anything else that you do?
Every now and then it's just running.
Mm-hmm. And that's true because releasing endorphins will get your energy up for sure. Okay. All right, cool. So I am so happy that you were able to interview with us today. So I want you to wave with the camera and tell everybody hello.
Hello. Glad to have been one of the interviewees.
What do you do to get your mind right?
Well, I try to start the day with some focus. Of course, I'm in sales, so it's of course sales being a mind game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we have to make sure that I've planned my day, or at least look in advance at what my day is going to look like.
Right.
And I just make sure that I try to focus throughout that day, essentially.
Okay.
So.
Do you listen to anything in particular? Do you watch anything? Is it something that motivates you to really get your head in the game?
Not all the time. I need to incorporate that more in my daily practice.
Mm-hmm.
But I know on occasions I will look at a motivational video, or I know a lot of people listen to it in their car, but for the most part, you know, like if I'm at work or in the evening, I might look at a motivational video and, do that route.
Okay, so what types of things help boost your energy when you feel sluggish?
I would say mainly really rest, to be honest with you. If I've gotten to the point where I really feel sluggish, is usually because I have not afforded myself the opportunity to get adequate rest, because I'm running, or my mind might be elsewhere. But usually rest will get me that. I have not been doing what I'm supposed to be doing, going to the gym, but I do try to make sure that I've incorporated the water in my diet for sure. So I have
Water is important.
Water. But that's about it. I try not to eat a lot of heavy carbs, really hardly any time, and especially not during the day. So that's why mainly I only eat carbs in the weekend, like it's pasta or something like that.
You mean like today, to cook out right now?
Basically, yeah.
Because I saw her eating carbs.
Yeah, I had some mac and cheese actually. It's pretty good
Just
too.
saying, I saw you.
yeah. I mean, this is the weekend. See, it's Sunday.
Okay, I'll let you have that.
All right.
What do you feel like causes you to lose focus? Like, what are some things that you feel like contribute to you losing focus?
Basically, I've lost control of my day, essentially, or I've started to misprioritize things, really. So for me, sometimes I'll even go into my boss's office and say, hey, I feel like I'm losing focus. What's going on, or something like that. And it's trying to learn to swallow the pride of knowing that sometimes you lose focus.
Right.
It's okay to pull somebody else in and say, hey, I'm losing focus. Have you noticed anything going on about, or
right. Do I seem weird?
Right, exactly. And sometimes, if you just, if you make light of it sometimes, then you're able to pull yourself back in. Or like the other day, I noticed it was kind of mid-afternoon, and I hit this. I felt myself staring at the computer literally, and I was like, "That's it."
That's when you know you need to take a break.
Yeah, exactly. And I just got up and I went into the little lunchroom, and I just sat there and just relaxed for a little bit. I did something fun on my phone or what have you, and when I got back into the room, I was more focused. But I knew I hit that moment where it was like,
where you need to give your brain a break.
Yeah,
and I think taking a time out matters.
Yeah,
right? So not only resting, but just debriefing from whatever you're trying to focus on.
Absolutely. Allow your brain to process whatever it is that it's trying to process. Or maybe even after you eat. Sometimes you just gotta give your brain a chance to.
Oh yeah, we get the ice.
Yeah.
Too many carbs, right?
Yeah. Or
y'all see that, right? She said earlier.
It wasn't that
carbs on the weekday.
It wasn't that many carbs.
Sounds like you had too many carbs that day.
I think it was just food because like in sales, like you'll go so long without eating, you'll catch yourself.
Yeah.
And then it's like now you've eaten, and now your stomach is like taking all the blood at that point.
Yeah.
So now my brain was just like, okay, well that's it, because I don't have no blood up here.
Right.
So that was when I remember because I had chicken and a little bit of rice.
Carbs.
Little bit of
carbs.
Rice.
She had little carbs. How much rice?
A little bit.
Oh
Oh my gosh, I can't wear her. Man, you're disrupting my interview.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, focus. See, I'm not focused. Okay, so do you have daily rituals?
I have to because otherwise I'll completely lose focus. So all the way from the very part of my morning where, you know, there's certain things that I'll pull out and I'll group them on the sync of what comes next, what goes next. And that kind of helps me stay on focus. Otherwise, you know, it'll take me much longer to get ready. So my mom told me at an early age I have to have systems to, you know, so, and I have an issue with focus. So I know that I have to be able to fashion my day and make sure that I don't let things get out of control in my day as well. So that's a huge help for me. So just trying to keep things systematically done or in order of some sort. And if I feel like I'm getting out of control, I'll do work at home sometimes. If I feel like I can't go into the office, I'm not feeling particularly focused that day, so I know if I go in the office, they're going to be chatting it up or whatever. So I'll stay at home. I'll stay at home and make sure that I'm able to sit in front of my personal monitor and be able to do my work that way. And that helped. I just did that the other night. I was up late, but I felt fulfilled because I knew I got everything in the system that I needed to get in the system for the most part. So that felt good. Even though it was a Friday night, I had my wife. So I got all my work done.
the way your life is set up. In sales, we don't have lives on Friday nights.
That's right.
Deadlines.
We put stuff in Salesforce.
Yes. That's what we do. I totally understand. Believe me, I do.
Oh my God.
You're the meme that's like, what you guys Friday night looking like? I'm buried in books.
I sure enough was. I ate my dinner and I grabbed me a little Smirnoff out the fridge and I'm drinking Smirnoff.
Smirnoff has carbs.
It does, actually. Delicious mango type carbs.
Was it part of the weekend?
It was. It was Friday night.
Y'all see, we got you on camera about these carbs. Do you have a trainer? I hope not.
No, I need to get one. As a matter of fact, I did some CrossFit, which was actually good, really great for my focus.
CrossFit is awesome.
I freaking love it.
And aggression. I have aggression, so I go to kickboxing because I need it in my life.
Oh, that's good. Okay, we'll talk about that.
But enough about me. So, thank you so much for interviewing.
This is my interview.
Yeah, sorry. So, thank you so much for interviewing for Millionaire State of Mind. I want you to wave to the camera. So, everybody, bye.
Bye, everybody.
Now that you've heard from the streets, boy, have I got a treat for you. I had the opportunity to interview the Queen of Wellness, Miss Angela. She is a mastermind at knowing exactly how the body works and functions along with your brain. So she's ready to give you the real deal about how to fix your mindset, how to keep your head in the game so that you can focus and be energized. It's time to check out that interview. Welcome, Angela. How are you this morning?
Thanks for having me.
Yes, of course.
I'm doing awesome.
Wonderful. So why don't you tell the viewers how long you've been a full-time business owner?
2014. I went full-time in entrepreneurship at the beginning of 2016.
Okay. All right. So why don't you give us a little bit of background? Tell us a little bit, just a brief couple sentences about what you do now and how you became the Queen of Wellness.
Absolutely. Well, by trade, I worked as an anesthetist, which is literally that person that puts you to sleep. A lot of people think that the anesthesiologists are the ones who do that kind of work. But by law, they can oversee 4 anesthetists. So typically anesthesiologists aren't the ones that actually do the work. They're the smart ones, perhaps, that oversee anesthetists who actually do the work. So I worked as an anesthetist, and then from there, I realized that many of my patients were having issues with real health, real wellness, that surgery just wasn't going to fix. Right. And so one of the things that I also realized was that the medical school education that I got was not enough to help these people. And so I went back to holistic health and wellness school. In addition to that, learned what it took to change the mindset to be healthy and well. And from there, started serving entrepreneurs, women especially, in the space of entrepreneurship, teaching them how to be well, keeping it fun, keeping it simple.
Right. Totally. Well, that's awesome. So we want to focus on mindset today, of course, which is your specialty. And I want to talk about how the mindset is affected by your diet. Because oftentimes our diet is one of the number one things that we neglect as business owners. So maybe you can shed a little bit of light on how that happens.
Absolutely. The diet literally can be traced back to every decision we've ever made. The comfort that we feel, the sleep that we're getting or the lack of sleep that we're getting, how we're showing up, whether we're energized or whether we're feeling like we're kind of waning in our energy. The diet is 80% of those things. And out of that 80% comes our ability to make sharp decisions effectively and do so consistently. So neglecting the diet or choosing things that are quick, fast things and things that are not nutrient dense tend to get in the way of our mindset because those things tend to make us tired. It makes our focus less sharp. And believe it or not, in the long run, it makes us a heck of a lot less productive.
Wow. Yeah. And productivity is so important as an entrepreneur for sure. So what are some ways that we can boost our energy, that we can boost our focus, and things like that you can suggest? Are there some foods that we can eat? Are there some things that we can do daily? Tell us what you suggest for the typical entrepreneur.
Absolutely. So the typical entrepreneur is a mover and a shaker these days. The industry is seeing over 30% growth in less than a year. A lot of people are stepping out on their own and doing their own thing. And that's amazing. They get to shine in that space. The next beautiful thing is that just like you got a plan for your business, you need a plan for your body. Or else your body's not going to match that bank account when you get done, right? The equity that you're building is not going to match. And so you can keep it simple by allowing yourself to have what I call wellness equity building rituals. And so those rituals are the things like drinking water as soon as you wake up, right? Having a ritual that allows you to meditate or pray or do some form of worship as soon as you wake up is so pivotal to your wellness. And then having some kind of workout. Now, it doesn't mean you got to leave your house and go to the gym every morning, but you do need to start doing something that gets your circulation going as soon as you wake up. And that can be simple stretches and things like that.
Oh, stretching. You know, I'm guilty. I don't do stretches. Perhaps I'm a bad entrepreneur as well. I have started drinking water first thing in the morning, so that has been helpful. But I'm not good at stretching. I do work out. So if I work out, do I still need to stretch in the morning?
Absolutely. Over time, the stretching's like your retirement, right? The working out's going to get you results now and get you to where you want to be now. But the stretching is what you're going to need when you get 70, 80, and 90 years old. You're going to wish you had stretched.
Well, then I guess I need to make that happen. All right. So what are some common mistakes that you see entrepreneurs doing that contributes to them neglecting their mindset? Like, what are some things that you were like, oh, she is going to crash and burn, that you just see a lot of us doing where we just don't realize that that's not making it so we're not, it's basically making it so we're not taking care of ourselves.
One of the things I see the most in the industry is people waiting to the last minute to do something about their health. They're all on top of that launch that they planned 8 weeks out, but they didn't have a plan for their body in the same time frame. And it's simple. When you lay out this calendar for your launch, lay out a plan to keep your body on track so that your mind stays on track too. This literally doubles the efforts of building the subconscious mind and allowing it to get you in the space of consistently achieving in more than one area at once. It's so powerful for later on, like in your business and in your life. So that's the first thing. Don't wait till the last minute until that launch burns you out to say, I think I better do something about my weight now because I had a 6-figure launch, but I gained 12 pounds or I gained 15 pounds. That your rituals are not in place and you don't even have a strategy to get the weight off. So you want to make sure that from the beginning, you don't neglect.
Right. So Tell us what types of foods that we can eat to boost our energy, or what types of food, because I feel like people have it misconstrued. So what types of foods make us fatigue? What types of foods increase our focus or might give us better energy? What can you suggest that we eat? Because a lot of us are on the go, like when we have lunches, when we have things, we long hours, we're not sleeping like we should, which is a number one no, but it happens, right?
Yeah, it totally does.
So what are some things that you can suggest that we can eat that will keep us going, versus the things that we probably think keep us going, but they're probably fatiguing us?
So the goal here is to think simple and nutrient dense. So if you can look at your food or your choice of food and you can quickly determine what it is and where it came from, you're on the right track. Okay. If you're looking at your plate on a consistent basis and you have no idea how those mashed potatoes were made, or you have no idea what's actually in that gravy, you're probably not on the right track. Okay. Right. So you want to think nutrient dense, whole food sources, and then you want to fill up on those things. Okay. So things like your greens, things like fresh vegetables, things like fresh fruit, and then you want to make sure those things are in season. So you never want to be eating watermelon in the fall, which they're all over the store right now because they're trying to sell them. But you don't ever want to be the person in line with it in your basket. If I see you, I'm going to come and get you.
I'm guilty. Like, you go through spells where you're like, oh man, I want the watermelon. You got to wait until what is it, spring and summer? We have to wait for watermelon. Sometimes you
gotta
just
wait.
That little taste, that little
smidgen. You do, but it confuses the body, and it confuses the body on what it's supposed to be doing with it, because we're built to be aligned with this planet. That's the beautiful thing. It's like the remote that goes to the TV, right? We are built to align with this planet, and so when we eat things that are out of season or that are not in season or the way they're supposed to be for the country we live in, then we literally give our body confusion. For instance, if you're an entrepreneur and you fly all over the world and you speak, one of the first things you should always do when you deplane is to find, especially in different time zones, you need to find grass or sand and put your bare feet there. It immediately aligns you with the time zone and grounds you of that specific area of the planet, so that now you're on track with whatever they're doing, and it beats jet lag every single time.
Oh my
That's
God.
The key.
That's
the key.
There was like the best thing since sliced bread. I travel all the time, and I'm like, oh, I must sleep. I must eat and sleep. No, I need to find grass and sand. I'm gonna have that in mind. Wow.
Yeah, never concrete though. Never concrete. Okay. I know some of the top multimillionaires in the industry. As soon as them and their team deplane, they find grass, so that all your team is on the same page and everybody's grounded to the earth's energy. So it's real when you actually put it into play, and you can be that much more productive. Now you don't have to worry about a team member, not bringing up the rear because they're tired. Right. It just doesn't work that way when you ground yourself.
Or feeling like woozy or sick or whatever the case. Fully jet lagged is what we call that. Wow. Yep. Awesome. Wow. Well, I learn something new every day.
So that's why you shouldn't be eating watermelon in the winter.
Okay. I will try really hard to fight my watermelon cravings. That was solid advice. Thank you so much for interviewing Miss Queen of Wellness. We appreciate all of the value that you were able to give all of the entrepreneurs watching on A Millionaire State of Mind. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to do this. I appreciate you so much.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Now that you've heard from the Queen of Wellness, I hope that you're going to be able to keep your head in the game so that you can get one step closer to your millionaire status. It's time to check out that Millionaire Tip of the Week. Thank you so much for tuning in to A Millionaire State of Mind. I am your host, Jalila Tillman, hashtag your $1,000,000baby, and I can't leave without giving you a free gift. So hustle on over to JalilaTillman.com, subscribe to my Millionaire Circle so that you can unlock my free video training to my top 3 ways to start a conversation with anyone, anywhere, at any time. Special thanks to Miss Angela, the Queen of Wellness, for giving us all of those amazing tips to help boost our mindset, energy, and focus. As well as special thank you to Toya McKay of Make Up Myself Club for beating $1,000,000baby's face. I hope you guys have an amazing Sunday. I am Jalila T, hashtag your $1,000,000baby, and I can't wait to see you next week.